now that we have the Jujutsu Kaisen anime and the Chainsaw Man anime has been announced, I want to talk about other mangas and a manhwa. I have 3 mangas and I have 1 manhwa, right? So let me start with the manhwa. So for the manhwa that I believe that should be adapted to an anime, it's called Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint. Now, I found this on Webtoons and I believe it's a really good, do I want to call it a power fantasy? The main character is kind of OP. Let's just leave it as that. But the reason he's OP is because he already knows what's coming. Because basically, the main character read a book about this world where everything in the earth basically went to shit because some strange creature came into it and decided to make the earth basically a game world where you get sponsors and those sponsors are gods, and then you get some power-ups from the gods donating to you and stuff like that, and they have to survive. And somehow that book that the main character was reading, it just came to life, and now he has to find a way to survive with all the knowledge that he has from reading the book. I don't want to say it's the greatest manhwa ever. I think it would be a pretty cool manhwa to adapt. I'm saying that, but so far the manhwas that have been adapted haven't been so good. You know, the only one that could get a pass is Tower of God, and even then it wasn't the best. Alright, so for the first manga that I would like to see adapted is Hell's Paradise Jigoku Raku. This manga is very, very good, in my opinion. It's about these criminals who got sent to this island looking for the elixir of life. And the main character is this ninja who's basically now a rogue ninja because his clan is trying to kill him for some reasons. He doesn't know that. His purpose of just trying to get the elixir of life and then returning back home is just to get back to his wife. But the character development that the main character goes through alongside his partner that he gets sent to this island, it's amazing. And then the side characters are great too. They all go through some type of character development throughout the story, and I feel like that's amazing. It's very action packed, and I mean, if you want to see people fuck plants, then this will be for you too. That's all I'm gonna say. Now moving on to the second manga I really want to see adapted, and I think this is my number 1. Like, now that Jujutsu Kaisen is adapted and the Chainsaw Man is getting an anime, my number 1 manga that I really want to see adapted now is Spy X Family. If you haven't heard about Spy X Family, it's basically about these 3 people who became a family for their own reasons. These 3 people are a spy, one of them is an assassin, and one of them, which is their daughter, the little girl, she is a human experiment who can read minds. She can read people's thoughts. And so all of them have their own purposes of coming together and working together. The main reason they are together is because the spy is trying to stop a war from the east and the west. All I'm gonna tell you is that this show is very wholesome, has a lot of action, and a lot of comedy. It's a very, very good manga. I do feel like it's gonna get an anime adaptation in 2021 or maybe early 2022. I'm hopeful for that, because I really love this manga and I do want to see it come to life. Also, you should read it. I recommend it. It's really, really good. You'll probably like it. Now, for the last manga that I want to see adapted, it's probably not even going to get adapted until a while from now, maybe 3-4 years from now, if it continues, because this manga is pretty new. The manga is called Kaiju 8. Kaiju number 8. It's about this world where these monsters are terrorizing the world, and then there's this organization that is there that specializes in exterminating these monsters. The main character is like a 30-year-old guy who has failed to join that organization, but he's giving it a second go because of one of his like juniors. And then one day the main character suddenly transforms into this monster that they call kaijus. So far the series has been great. It's not groundbreaking, it's not the best, but it's really cool, and it's just starting, you know. It's pretty good. I recommend it. So yeah, those are the mangas and the one manhwa that I really want to see adapted to an anime. Hopefully in the future we do get to see all 4 adapted, because I really do think they're really good series and they will get a lot of viewership. I think my judgment is not the best, so I may be wrong, but let's hope. If you want, check them all out. They're great series, and yeah, I'm out.